Hello there, beautiful ladies. Come and join me today. What this class is all about is really working on improving our posture and using those postural improvements to actually help your incontinence. So that sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? Now, just a side note, this is great even if you don't have any urinary incontinence, stress incontinence. This is great for prevention as well as healing of, okay? Let's come on down onto your mat. Now, when we're coming down onto the mat, we want to be on our hands and our knees. Hands are under the shoulders and the knees are underneath your hips. Have a little moment just to find your center here, which is going to be crown of the head reaching forward, and then at the other end of the spine, your tailbone reaching back with a slight feeling of flicking the tail up to the ceiling. We're going to take a breath in here, letting the stomach actually increase in size, let it get bigger. And then as you're breathing out, just feel your abdominals very, very, very gently connect. Nothing crazy, we're not gripping. Breathing in, the stomach gets bigger. And then as we breathe out, we're just gently connecting. Now on that next breath in, we're going to prepare, lift the chest a little higher so you're kind of lifting up and off your arms and shoulders. And then on the breath out, our right hand just slides underneath and twists underneath, okay? Your left elbow is bending. And then we're coming up, using that inhale to simply place both hands ready to swap over. Exhale, second side, sliding the hand underneath you and then bringing yourself up. We're going to rotate again, getting this upper back moving and starting to feel even a bit of an opening across those shoulders. Rotating as you're breathing out, squeezing all the air out of your body. Inhale, lift. One more on each side. Exhale, rotate, wrapping around a little bit more. And then lift. And then lucky last one here. Exhale, rotate it. And then inhale, we come up. Now as we hold here, just let the shoulders pinch together and press away. And do this movement by actually thinking about your chest dropping and then lifting. So again, lots of upper body focus still as we let those shoulders move and groove. Check in on those elbows. They may tend to want to bend here. Let's avoid that, okay? So we kind of force the shoulders to do the movement. Last one. And then lift that chest up. Now I'm going to bring my left hand just a little bit closer underneath me more. My right hand is now behind my head. Elbow can be dropped. And then as you're breathing in, open the elbow and wrap around, saying hello to me, and then letting that elbow drop. We're going to stay on this side and do another 3. Inhale, open the chest, open that elbow, just go to where you can, and then lower down. If your hips are getting involved and moving and grooving around, see if you can stabilize them. And then lower. One more here. Lift up and out of your supporting arm. Open up through that top elbow. And then lower down. Right hand comes down. Again, a little bit more central underneath you. Left hand, striker pose behind you. Breathing out. Oh, sorry, I lie. Breathing in to twist. Breathing out to come down. Letting the left elbow drop. Breathe in because we want to feel like we're opening and expanding our body. And then letting that elbow come down. 2 more. Lift, lift, lift up and out of that supporting arm. And then lower. 1 to go. Breathing in, open. And then lower down. Let's come off those wrists. I know, they've been there for a while. Feel your arms just reach forward. And take a few deep breaths. You can rest your head on the mat and just release through the body there, as well as still trying to lengthen and open up in and around those shoulders. Okay. And then from here, let's bring ourselves down onto our backs. Now, when you're lying down on the back, you want to have your knees bent and allow your feet to be quite open here. Arms can go wide to the side, and then we're going to allow the weight of just the knees. So I'm not moving my hips, I'm just dropping my knees to my left-hand side. I go as far as possible, and then there's a point where my pelvis has to move, my hips have to move, and I allow that to happen. And as we hold it here, I've dropped my legs to my left, So now I'm thinking of my right knee and right thigh reaching away, opening through the front of that right hip. And then when you're ready, just a bit of abdominal control, nothing crazy, just enough to bring you back. Knees go to the second side. Just see how far can you just move your legs without disturbing your hips. Okay, and then we allow it to go and we enjoy that lovely opening running down the front of the left hip, and you may even feel a nice rotation through your spine. Use a little bit of stomach, exhale, bring yourself back. Dropping just your knees, just your legs. They go, they go, they go, and then we go, okay, got to do everything else now. Allow that rotation to happen. We're going to bring ourselves back to the center. Last one, second side, rotating just your legs, just your legs, just your legs, and then let your spine go for it. Let your hips lift, and then bringing yourself all the way back into the center. With your feet now, bring them closer in. We're going to press our arms down by our side, and then as we breathe in, just do a little lift of the hips. And then as we're breathing out, we lower those hips down. And we continue to lift up, and then we continue to lower down. So all of these little exercises, obviously focusing in and around this pelvis, okay? The hip mobility ones, we're trying to turn on all the different muscles that surround your hips that help to keep it in a good position. And now our beautiful hinges into bridging are going to create more strength and stability around the back of your hips and a bit more of an opening in the front of the hips. 2 more here. Press and lower. Now we're going to just hold it there. Then send your arms back over your head. Hold the arms there. I'm not resting them, I'm hovering them. And then your bottom goes down, just kisses the floor, and lift. Hands hover off the ground and lift. Hips continue to move down and lift. Exhale, reach the pelvis down. Inhale, float it up and down and up and 4. Keep those arms energized. Reach them away from you. 3. Up we go. 2. 1 more. And down and up. And then we roll our spine down. And what we can do is just give our legs a little bit of a hug in towards us here. And then from that position, we're going to lengthen our left leg down. Now, right hand, right knee. Left hand down towards your right ankle, kind of shin area. We bring our right leg across our body and hold it there, ladies. Get your nose and your knee lining up, okay? Then can you try and attempt, now just to be clear, the foot is not going to touch the shoulder, but we're imagining we can pull the lower part of our leg towards our left shoulder. Now hopefully we're getting a delicious deep butt stretch going on that right hand side. If it's feeling really tight and you can't quite grab your leg, always just, find a towel, lasso, and use your towel to help give you a little extra, leverage. And then let's change to the other side. Right leg is long, left knee bent, left hand on the knee. Right hand on the lower part of your shin towards your ankle, and then we pull across. I'm aiming for my knee to be in line with my nose. Oof, my left glute's a bit tighter today. And we're just imagining as well that our foot is going to come and touch our shoulder. Breathe into that stretch. Enjoy. And then from here, come out of it. We're going to bring our feet together. And then all I want you to do is let your knees now open out to the side. And we're allowing our inner thighs to be on stretch. I like to just rest my arms down, palms facing the ceiling. You can close your eyes if you wish to. We're going to take a breath in here. And then as we're breathing out, we're just relaxing down into it a little bit more. Breathing in. And then as we're breathing out, we're just relaxing into it a bit more. 1 more cleansing breath in through the nose. And letting those legs relax even further. Awesome. We're going to bring our legs together. If you're suffering from incontinence, highly recommend you do not roll yourself up. You roll yourself sideways, and we make our way up to standing. So one foot comes forward, minimal fuss, and now we are standing. Fix the clothing up, of course, and our legs are going to be pressed together. Our arms swoop to the ceiling, and we are reaching and holding it here. Pretend there's a wall behind you. Press your arms into that imaginary wall and then let the arms come down. Okay, side on view. Let's have a try here. Breathing in, lift. Press your arms and hold. Hold. So we're not bending our back and collapsing. We're trying to stretch and lengthen up, 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 and then pressing your arms down. Let's move through it. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, lower. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, lower. Feel that it's not just an arm movement here, it's more about your posture. Giving it more length and almost imagining every little part, every bit of your spine, every vertebrae stretching away from the one above it and below it. Nice perky glutes. Squeeze those legs together. Press. Now we're going to hold the arms up, holding it here, and pump. 2, 3, 4, breathe in and out. 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10. Bend your elbows, so I'm going like this. Finding that position. Elbows pretty much in line with your shoulders, okay? And then the elbows are squeezing. Imagine they could touch behind you. See how far you can go. And then go back out to the 90-degree angle here. We're going to take our breath in to squeeze. Pinch your shoulders, open your chest, and then the exhale to come up. We're going to make it nice and juicy here. Squeeze, 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 and then floating it up. You'll notice I've got some spirit fingers on me here. So spread your fingertips out wide, squeeze, and then lift. 2 more, squeeze. Feel that we're working on our posture here. You might be finding some muscles on the back of the body that you didn't know existed. See if you can work into that. And then we're going to do tiny little pulses, elbows, elbows. Again, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the arms out. Bring them down. Let those shoulders have a little roll. Allow your legs to go wide. We're going to feel the length through the waist. Arms are now going wide as well. Right hand comes down. You can rest it on the thigh and your left arm comes over. You can also rest it on the hip. See what works for you. I'm feeling my hip today, so I'm going to go with that one. So hold it there and lengthen. Breathe. Breathe. See if you can find that delicious stretch running up the left side of the body. And then open. Second side. Up we go. Stretching it over. Finding that length, that right side. Can we stretch a little bit further? Are you rocking your hips or are you keeping them lovely and stable? Of course you are. Beautiful and stable. And then we bring it in. We walk those feet together again. We're going to bring our hands into this little praying position. Press your hands together. Grow taller. Crown of the head is lifted. Sternum is lifted. Hover your heels off the ground and hold that position. Tune into your posture here. And then the heels come down and they kiss the mat. Okay, I'm going to turn side on. You can see what I'm talking about here. We lift up. We lower down. Notice I'm not lifting my heels and bending my knees. Okay, that's the first thing. Also, I'm not lifting my heels and collapsing in my back. All right? It's all about beautiful natural curves of your spine and that sense of length. Crown of the head is up. Breastbone, chest is lifted. And we're hovering those heels for 4. Squeeze your hands together. Squeeze your legs together. 3. Breathing in and 2. And last one, lift, lower, release the arms and relax yourself all the way down. Soften your knees if you feel better like that. And then simply roll all the way up, sending your arms up and over like we did before, pressing your arms back towards an imaginary wall. And then exhale again, rolling it forward, lengthening out through the whole body. Soft knees if it feels better for you. And then we peel ourselves all the way up, arms pressing back, and we open those arms, and we give the shoulders some love. Fantastic. We're done. Okay, ladies, so I'll see you in our next video.